The amazing human body. The human body is an incredibly complex process. Despite thousands of years of knowledge about the human body, it is still being studied by medical experts and researchers. As a result of these findings, a wealth of information and explanations about body parts and processes have been presented. Why is blood red? Red color of blood is caused by red blood cells. Red blood cells contain a protein called hemoglobin. Hemoglobin contains iron. Iron reacts with oxygen from the lungs to give red color. Iron transports oxygen to our organs. Oxygenated blood takes on a bright red color. Oxygen-depleted blood turns dark red. The iron molecules in hemoglobin bind in the form of an atomic ring called porphyrins. This particular shape also contributes to the red color. The blood of Tarapa crabs is blue because of the transport of oxygen in their blood by copper ions. Why are the ears and nose large in the elderly? The development of the ears and nose takes place throughout life. The human eye has the ability to recognize 10 million different colors. Humans are the only mammals that cannot breathe or swallow at the same time. Our nose is our personal air conditioning system. It cools the hot air. Cool air wards. Reduces the entry of dirt and dust into the body. The brain is the place of pain in the whole body. But the brain does not feel the pain of the brain. The brain cannot retain oxygen. This is why fainting is felt immediately in a place where oxygen is low. Because the brain is unable to retain glucose, fainting occurs as soon as the blood sugar drops. The brain is able to stay active for about 4 to 6 minutes after the heart stops. This is why a person whose heart stops in an emergency can save a life by instantly activating the heart with artificial respiration. But this is a very short period of time and not enough time to take the patient to a hospital. Learning how to give artificial respiration to all citizens can save a huge number of valuable lives. Your nose is not as sensitive as a dog's nose. But your nose has the ability to recognize and memorize 50,000 different scents. Although a person can live for weeks without food, a healthy person without sleep can only live for a few days. Land Gardner has been scientifically recorded as having the longest sleep deprivation. He has been without sleep for 11 consecutive days. Why does the hair stand on end in a panic? Many mammals' fur is straight in the event of an emergency. This is done to give a larger size, to give a rougher look, and to protect the body by adding more air to the fur. This is done by the small muscles at the point where the hairs connect to the skin. This is what happens when we panic. But because our hair is so delicate, we cannot see any difference in our appearance. Scientists cite this as another example of how we evolved from a furry animal. Why do you spit in your mouth before vomiting? Gastric juice is a very strong acid. To protect the teeth and throat from that strong acid, saliva is used to reduce the strength of the acid. Stomach acid is strong enough to dissolve metals. Gastric juice is composed of hydrochloric acid with a pH of 1.5 to 3. To protect the stomach from the strong acidity, its lining is replaced every 3 to 4 days. Your body produces more of the hormones needed for growth when you are fast asleep. Remember that sleep is essential if you want to grow taller. More microbes live in the skin of our bodies than in the world human population. About 14 species of fungi live between the toes.